This is what's wild in New Hampshire by a wildlife biologist, Eric Horp. Except I'm up to my camp in mid-coast Maine. Got a couple duck boxes on the lake. Thought we'd take a look at this one right here on the shore by the camp. Bought these from the New Hampshire Wildlife Federation. I think they're $100 each. I think they're going to last a long time. I've been checking duck boxes since I was 12 or 13 and have seen them come and go in my lifetime. I bet these are going to live much longer than the wooden ones that I've seen. I think this is really great construction and awesome thing. Let's see. Anybody home? Anybody live here last spring? Well, we have a hornet's nest. Well, no wood duck, not a hooded merganser. Typically, about half the duck boxes that are put out by the New Hampshire Fish and Game Department and others are actually used by ducks, either wood ducks or hooded mergansers. And so not everyone gets used, but you need to have, like any birdhouses, you put out several and they get to pick and choose the one that they want. This one is still for rent. Nobody moved into this one this spring, but wood ducks and hooded mergansers are a very common duck in Maine and New Hampshire, and I certainly expected to see some remnants. And if you have a duck nest in there, when they hatch out, they leave little caps, so you can actually count those and see how many ducks hatched out of each box. So every one has a story to tell. In fact, if you bought my book, What's Wild, coming out in a couple of weeks, you'd have a couple of stories about checking duck boxes. Awesome. This is a great box, and maybe next spring, next April, we will have some wood ducks or hooded mergansers here. Can't wait to check it next year. Always a mystery when you open a box. Who was there? This was a hornet's nest in here, and good for them to have a wonderful place to nest and continue on. So great. Get yourself some duck boxes from the Hampshire Wildlife Federation, and you too, make sure you change if it's needed, change the shavings. We have a bag of shavings we brought, and change them out every year after they've nested in May, and see who is there and be ready for the next year. This is wildlife biologist Eric Horp for What's Wild in New Hampshire.